Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Crypto Morning Coffee. I have my coffee locked and loaded, ready to go because we have some very interesting news to go over. And we are briefly starting out with the economy and Bitcoin because the Bitcoin ETFs, all of them, have been delayed. We are going to talk about a mysterious Veve whale that is stacking like crazy. And we are also going to talk and mainly talk about the Ecomi token price action, what to expect next, what has happened, why is it so wild all of a sudden, all of that right after the intro. So, good morning, everyone. Make sure to smash up the like button and, yeah, absolutely, as Christopher says here in the chat. Good morning. What an exciting couple of days. It is very exciting. There is so many news. But even more exciting is that we can welcome another member here of the Rare Hodlers to the fam, and that is Alex with the number 19 coming in here right on the background. So really appreciate you all that are supporting me on this channel, that are sponsoring this channel. As you know, the people here behind me, the Rare Hodlers, they are sponsoring the channel so that we do not have to take shitty sponsorship deals where I shill some tokens, exchanges, referral links, and so on to you. Instead, I'm shilling that Rare Hodler screen to you. So we're done with the 10s and we are now in the 20s with the mint numbers, because the numbers that you see here, like Ted Harbor number 1, Alien Object number 8, Ain't 1, Kenobi number 12, Michelle I think it's a 16, Adam 18, Alex 19, Marty number 17, Eduardo number 15, Omi Player 1, 14, Andre 11, and so on, Sebastian number 7. These numbers are unique. They will never come again, even though if someone unsubscribes one day and he disappears from the screen, the number disappears with it. It will never come back. So that's how it works. Unless that people resubscribe, those people resubscribe. But anyways, I get lost in how it works. I thank you all really, and the most important thing is and will remain the like button. Nothing happens without the like button. Motili is here and says good morning to you as well, Motili. Hope you're doing fine. And with that, I think we shall crack into the news. There we go. Oops, that is a little bit out of line. Why is this not alignable? I think, yeah, no, this works. Okay, good morning, and let's go. Bitcoin price volatility is again at historic lows with only 2.9% separation range between the Bollinger Bands. And this is the third tightest spread in the history of the Bitcoin price. And we have looked at this before in the Bitcoin chart, that whenever this happened, the next move for Bitcoin is absolutely violent. And whoever has seen the stream of Danny yesterday, not with me, but with God's Entry, TA guy, knows that there has been also on the Bitcoin chart a rare buy signal been flashing on the hash ribbon, which coincides with this Bollinger Band tightening, that there must be some kind of a move coming unless it's cancelled by a black swan. Jordan Reese is also here. Good morning, PH. Let's go, Jordan. Also make sure to check out Jordan's Around the Ecomiverse, where I'm on from time to time, which is a very good Ecomi talk show. I think the breaking news here, and what really influences price action over the next months is, or could have influenced better, is that the SEC just delayed all approvals to the early 2024. And again, the speculation is that the SEC wants to bring BlackRock through before ARK Invest, and they're just thinking of a way to do it because the ARK Invest filing was before. What's very important to see here, I forgot to pull that up, but 97% of all crypto volume is coming from the US. 97% of the crypto volume in the world is coming from the US. I hope I can. And tomorrow I will pull that chart up so that we can look at it once again. But that also means that that it's very relevant if the US brings the Bitcoin, the spot ETFs in general for crypto or not. That is the most important thing. But for today, I do not have as many global news. Because it's also unnecessary in my opinion. There's so much going on with Ecomi and Veve. Don Nguyen is here. It says, Omi Veve excitement like summer 2021. If that already gets you have to imagine, if this gets us excited like summer 2021, then imagine how fast we are in October-like feelings where the golden moments dropped, right? So we just need them to deliver, and people will get excited. But we already see the excitement going on and happening in the Veve app also. I don't know if you looked at your vault value, but mine is like up for like 5% or so. So yeah, my vault is creeping up right now, even though cash out is active. So that is very good. Jordan Rees says, if Omi breaks the 0007s again, I'll have to buy more. Yeah, me too. You know that I'm still waiting on my entry, and I didn't expect this to happen so quickly, but Omi breakout was violent. Let's quickly look at the top gainers and losers of the top 300. I hate to say it, but Omi is not anymore on place 1 like yesterday. But Harry Potter Obama Sonic 10 Inu is now the top performing coin of the last 24 hours. But we can switch this to 7 days, and maybe where is Ecomi there? So unfortunately, Keystock is outperforming by 168%. But Omi is here, right? So what we see right now is that the top performing coins here, at least the first 8 or so, they're all from the top 300 to 150 or to in the 100s, like Thorchain. But you see that if you look at the last days, Omi is like up in the last 7 days 25%, right? Look at this Keystock. These pumps are still ahead of us. These pumps are still coming, like 200% and so on. Excuse me. So yeah, that's still coming. Toncoin is the only one that is pumping more than 10% and is in the top 20. So yeah, that's crazy. And then on the other side, some shitty coins that are that are retracing. But yeah, Ecomi is right now at the 0008s, and I think this category of top gainers losers, if we look at like this as leaderboard. Also, what's the volume, by the way? So Ecomi is on the week with a 1.7 million volume. If we look at the last 24 hours, where is Ecomi? Ecomi is not even in the top gainers anymore. But let's look at this maybe. This is laggy once again, but this is from the website, so I'm sorry for that. And go into the top 200 also, so the altcoin market here, and we should be seeing Ecomi there with 28% on the month. So Ecomi is one of the few coins in the top 200 that is pumping, but once again you see that there's more potential, right? So like this Unibot here, 256% in the last month. Or look at Akash Network or Merit Circle, stuff that you've never seen before, is now pumping. Illuvium, by the way, also pumping together with Ecomi. So very interesting. Good morning, Felipe. What is going on? I saw you yesterday at Danny's channel. I think it was you that asked if Crypto Morning Coffee was happening today. It was pretty interesting. But you see, guys, I was a little bit under the weather. I was a little bit with the flu. I was hiking in the mountains to get my health in check. That was important. So we are right back on schedule. But there will always be times where it's impossible, unless until I can do this full job, right? More economy quickly, because this one here shall not go unnoticed. So this is from the Michael Burry stock tracker. And so Michael Burry, the guy from The Big Short, he talks a lot. He makes predictions. Some of them are correct, some of them are wrong. But he just made one of his biggest bets since since this subprime crisis, where he made a killing. He just shorted, I think, the Nasdaq, the tech stocks, with 1.6 billion US dollars. So, and these shorts make now up 93% of his entire portfolio. And if we go a little bit deeper here, we see that his portfolio is comprised of, so we saw Burry's new big short position yesterday, but there's a list of his recent portfolio additions. In summary, he is long bulk shippers, oil, gas companies, prisons, banks, media companies, and short tech. So shorting the tech. Why is this important? Because we know that crypto reacts to what happens to the tech sector. And if he believes that the tech sector crumbles, then yeah, that could be problematic, right? So we see here that his mega short positions and then also his long positions on very dystopian stuff, right? Oil and gas, which is normal. You need it all the time in especially in situations where there is war raging. He is long on prisons, on the banks, where we are more thinking of a bankless society, right? Of at least unbanking ourselves, maybe not the entire society, but using banks as an intermediary, not as storing our cash, right? So yeah, and media companies, which is also a little bit, let's say, discussable, but maybe not for this stream. The Nasdaq, why shorted? This is why. Here's the Nasdaq. So if you look at this trend line, they're right from March until now, and you see the touch points, the confluence points here on the Nasdaq. You see that it has clearly broken right now, and maybe it's coming up for a retest. But there could be downside to the Nasdaq, and the question is if there is in general economic downside coming, because many people still say, hey, what about the recession? The recession didn't even happen yet, and everyone is getting bullish again, and the stock market is rallying again, and so on. So is there further downside to come in the next 2 years? Maybe, but we don't know yet. But this is an indicator of that there's at least some coming in the Nasdaq, so we should be careful here, carefully observe. Maybe quick look at XRP, just because we have been looking at it for quite some time since the decision. It's still flagging out, so not really much happening. By the way, let me refresh these, because yeah, so it's still flagging out. Or retracing after this big pump. And that, by the way, guys, if we are going to talk about Ecomi in a second, right? The Ecomi token, then keep in mind that these mega green pumps are usually followed by a retracement. And I will tell you in a second what I'm waiting for, what I'm looking for. I will go over this a little bit more quickly, but Bitcoin is our most important thing here to watch, and Bitcoin is doing the same. Bitcoin is just in a mini version of what we have seen before, right? So Bitcoin is basically in a mini wedge here, like this one that we have seen before. So you could argue that Bitcoin is like in this formation, and now we are looking at the pump up to roughly this measured move here again, which would be another retest. And then if that happens, so let me just outline this real quick. So if that happens here for the breakout here for Bitcoin, you would look, in my opinion, at something like this, like a mini inverse head and shoulders. So this could be a bullish sign there for Bitcoin coiling up in a second. Also, you have to keep in mind there's another thing in the macro that is happening every year, and in the stock markets and everywhere, and that is called may walk away, right, and then come back in September. I don't know exactly how the rhyming is, but that is how it happens usually. And yeah, that's basically where we could head into, right? Because we're already at the 16th of August, so there's only 2 weeks left until this comeback in September. So maybe that's where we get our next rally up here to finally test back to the 30-31 range, the overhead resistance, and then hopefully finally break this. So in my opinion, the pattern that we're looking at, the long-term pattern, is still in play, together with the buy signal that God's entry outlined yesterday. Also interesting, very interesting what he proposed there as options for Bitcoin. So I'm still confident that this could happen, and if it turns out otherwise, I'll let you know. So if we break, obviously, there's one more thing that we need to look at, and that is this one here. If you take a line, if you take a trend line up here, something like that, you see a little bit like this. Yeah, so you see that we really need to push up right now, because if we have this trend line, and this is also something that God's entry outlined yesterday, we have this head and shoulders pattern here. Sorry about all the lines, but I hope you can follow me. You have this head and shoulders pattern here, and then you would drop out of this and really correct deep, right? And if this happens, that would first of all, that would rip the altcoin market with it, and secondly, that would destroy our cup and handle pattern, more likely than not. This would then not point into a cup and handle pattern anymore. This would then point at a mega double bottom pattern for Bitcoin, right? And as Danny on my stream pointed out yesterday, Bitcoin always in the last cycles always formed a double bottom. So we might get our cup and handle cancelled in the last second, right? So guys, if you enjoy this, if you like this, please smash up the like button. Get as many people in here as possible. Let's discuss. Let's watch together. Let's get our lessons together by this market. It will be very important for us to monitor this all the time, even if we are not day traders or traders. But this trend line, I think, is more important to observe right now than even the upside, because this will come down to the weekly, and the weekly closes in 4 days. So we need to be here in 4 days to see what's happening to this trend line. Yeah, energy is like, hit the like button to see Omi 0004. He wants to buy more, so don't consider this FUD. Like, he wants to buy more. Jose the American says, good evening, LA representing. Greetings to LA, and I hope you have a good evening, because I think in LA it must be like close to midnight already, right? Or you have already passed midnight. However, that is what I'm looking at. So in case of this breach of this line, we would be coming down to, I don't know, probably only to 20 something like this, and then come back up. But then we would have something like this mega double bottom pattern, right? And this all doesn't mean it has to happen like this. People always think that when you are looking at possibilities and predictions, first of all, this happened many times. People are saying, so you are saying it can go either up or down? Yeah, right. Why do I have to watch this? That's not the point of watching this. The point of watching this is not to say it can go up and down. Everyone knows that. The point is how and when and how deep and how and when and how much up are the possibilities, and how are you positioning yourself in this. And you are also never going to say, Hodler said that it can come down, right? You're not going to say that. You are going to look at what I say here with the trend line and with the target and with the cup and handle formation and how it can get invalidated, and then you're looking at some other channels, and then you have your own picture, and then you have a very high chance of knowing where things are going. It's critical that we look at there's always more and more things to click away on TradingView, by the way. It's also important that we are looking at the dollar, because it's getting into a range where we are looking at this downtrend, and we really don't want to see this take out this and form another high. What we want to see is that this, while it's below, turns around and goes deeper. That's what we want to see. But at the moment, since 1 month, the dollar is on the rise, and with that, Bitcoin has extreme struggles since 1 month. Yeah, since this pump, right? Since it trickles down, Bitcoin has extreme struggles to get through this overhead resistance. So there is this correlation, this inverse correlation still going on, in my opinion, between the DXY and the dollar. We are going to monitor if this decouples one day, but for now it doesn't look like it. Energy says, still wait for my money to arrive on OKX. Banks are so slow. Yeah, that's true. Unfortunately, the bank transfers are very slow. Either if you want to be fast, you'll probably have to use credit card, and then you're already paying 1 point something % on it, or you just have to wait, or you have to use some other crypto that you already have somewhere and send it over. But yeah, I'm also buying my Omi on OKX at the moment. So yeah, that's it. We're going to jump over the total market because it's not so interesting, and we're going to look at the Omi token. So I think if you look at it from a weekly perspective, our wedge tryout here was not so bad, right? You see this, like this breakout, this retest, and then it's coiling up. It's breaking out. Now, remember when I said I want to see breakout volume before I even consider that something is happening? Look at that. So even here, we had some green volume when we bearishly retested that, but now we have another category of volume here. So this looks good, right? And that's what I wanted to see. So now we have a breakout out of structure, a test, and a breakthrough of this line. We took out this high that I said that we need to take out, and we even broke above 0008, headed to almost 001. 9390 is where we headed to with a wick, and then a sell-off, right? And the sell-off continues right now. Now, what's important? What I want to see, and I think, and then this would be the final bottom confirmation for me, right? Personally, what I want to see in the next days is that we have a healthy pullback and form a higher low and continue, so that we have really this trajectory. And what I'm going to do is that once I see this, wherever it is, like once I see this coming down and testing, I'm going to buy more. Probably at the 0007 range. Yeah, because for now, I've just been sitting on the sidelines, except the 120,000 that I bought because of Felipe. Thank you for that one, by the way, because that was like the absolute god entry. No pun intended here with the guy. But I think that was somewhere here, like with 5.8 or so that I got on the price. But yeah, I want to see this to pull back a little bit more after this mega pump. I want to see these indicators cool off, and then I'm going to make a move. I'm going to send something as well to an exchange to be ready. Yeah, and then I'm going to make the move. So yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. So yeah, what else is there to say for Ecomi? It looks, but we need confirmation. As I told you before, like many people are, you missed the bottom. Yeah, maybe I missed the bottom, right? I could have DCA'd here, but the problem is, if you DCA'd here, for example, believing it is the bottom, you are still in the negative, even if I enter right here now, where I am. So there's 0008. I would be buying still better if I'd say confirmation right now. So I think I can see that we are coming lower here, like a retracement. People will be very disappointed when it retraces here to 0007, and then we will see if it holds. But definitely there will be some buys in my so from my side. Unless it just falls through into this accumulation range again. If that happens, that it comes back into the accumulation range, then I'll do not execute a mega buy. Then I'll just DCA again. But we will see. I think this will play out over several days, so Energy has enough time to have that money arriving. And I think the pullback, more likely than not, will be beyond this 0008 range. It will now try to hold this as support, where we ended with this week. But yeah, we will see. OUP, there we go. That is the reason why OMI pumped. And this is the new OMI Master Collector Program portal. OMI Utility Program. They still have this, but they said they will continue to call it the Master Collector Program from here on. This, by the way, the naming also seems to shift the focus a little bit away from the OMI token, so that you're not right away consider this as a program that is basically meant to bring utility to OMI and value to OMI, which is relevant for the likes of the SEC. But yeah, as we can see here, we have a lot of activities here in front of us. And yesterday I was a little bit confused about primary activities and secondary activities, but then I saw someone commenting that's probably about activities that you can have on the primary market and activities that you have on the secondary market. Yeah, maybe it's a theory, but then again, OMI to accessory should be primary, not secondary, right? Then if it's the primary market. Because accessories you probably buy on the primary markets. But we see here OMI to gem, crypto to gem, OUP, everything is primary. The Veve drop waitlist, by the way, is already there. So we are having the tickets now probably in front of us, where you can actually do something with your MCP. And this will be a very decisive point when this happens for Veve, because for the Veve app also, because then you will have people that really need to because if you have not much of MCP points, then you really have to see when and where you can use them to stand a chance, or you have to increase your MCP. So that is where you can send also up to 10 million Ecomi tokens to the Veve app to benefit in MCP points to get more to get the drops that you want. And the way we know Veve, they are probably having some drops in the pipeline that are very desirable and that you can only stand a chance to get when you're using your MCP points. And whenever that happens, and there are people that are missing out, not because of luck, but because they did not have enough MCP points, that is the point. Obviously, these people will be upset, right? But there will be some of them that are like, okay, fuck that. I'll buy more collectibles and I put millions of OMI onto the app, right? Also, for me, for example, I need to consider: do I move my 2 million that I have right now, plus when I buy more, to the app? And when do I take it out of the app again, right? So in the bull run, I want to have it on exchanges to take profits, but that's still out like a year or so. So I might as well accumulate MCP points while I have my OMIs, right? And then there are people that are just don't care about 10 million OMIs in the app. They just leave it there, never move it to an exchange. But if you really calculate this through, there are not so many people that can stack 10 million OMI in the app, right? If you have 10 people that do that, 100 million OMI is locked up in the app. If you have 100 people doing that, the first billion is locked up in the app. So, and 100 people, that is not much. So if 100, so that's 1 billion, right? So I think if I calculate that right, so 3,000 people then would be 30 billion OMI. 10% of the circulating supply would be locked up if 3,000 people do that, which is not, we don't have 3,000 people that that are going to lock up 10 million OMI at the moment. But the moment that there's more momentum, prices coming up in Veve, price going up on OMI and so on, I think there will be more and more people that are going to do that, especially when collectible prices are going up big time, especially when you can get one-of-one artworks or stuff like that for with tickets or with like MCP based raffle or so on. I think there will be a lot of whales that are considering to do that as well, so they do not have to spend money. Instead, they can spend their earned points to get a very, very valuable piece, right? Or even someone who was saving a lot of points of people that are not even a whale. So a lot to consider. But that means also that there is a maximum of 30,000 people. Theoretically, if every whale would sell off and the tokens get equally distributed, there would be a cap of 30,000 people that can all have 10 million OMI tokens locked in the app. So, and this is only capped right now. Maybe they open this cap or increase this cap depending on how many people are actually doing this, right? So, yeah, it's, the upside is really, really big, right? It's really tremendous. And then we see if you go to the staking tiers. So this is the revamped Ecomi Notion site, right? And I consider just from that this is all still in place, that the burn mechanics are still all in place. So for example, so the tier progression, we still have the breakage fees, we still have the temporary lockup in the app for getting to new tiers. So here, for example, we have fast tracking allows the reward tier participants to forego waiting periods and unlock the next tier. For example, suppose a participant wants to fast track from no tier to tier 3 and unlock those tier benefits. In that case, they must pay the fast track fee in OMI or redeem and burn reward points to unlock their tier 2 and tier 3 $500 and $1,000 worth of OMI. So that is old probably, but I hope they still bring this. So let's say you have 10 million OMI in the app and you want to fast track to another tier because you have Veveverse access and you want to do something with the tier perks. and you fast track, and let's say you burn 10%, that's 1 million Omi, right? Everyone who does that would instantly like burn 1 million Omi. And if you're a whale, you don't care. You just burn that 1 million Omi and you send another 1 million to the app, or you just you just send, or you just have 11 million Omi there and you just burn 1 million or so. So they really, I doubt that a guy that has hundreds of millions of Omi really cares about 1 million Omi in the app, when he gets big perks like renting out collectibles for vault builders and Veveverse or something like that. So I really doubt that they care. Is that OUP Notion website advertised or linked to onto recent blogs Ecomi tweeted out? I was wondering if that is out there. It's not. Reese has posted this website, and it's also saying OUP version 02, and it says here update: the OMI utility program and Veve Master Collector program have been integrated to create a holistic loyalty and rewards program. So that is all new. This will be referred to solely as the Master Collector program from here on in. That was not there before, and I think it was Reese who posted this. So let me quickly use this one. By the way, I can use this site, but just read this. By CZ said here, people often seek the one big thing that changed everything, but in reality, it's often the consistent little things that accumulate over time. Sounds something like Veve and Ecomi right now, right? So if they really continue delivering on both sides of the token, then this is really the place to be. Now, let's look for Reese. There we go. I think he retweeted here the new Master Collector program. There's a Veve blog post about it, and these are the last retweets. But I think he did reply though with the Token Notion site somewhere. I think he did, right? And so it begins. So here he posts, and so it begins here. Another Dragon Ball reference: OUP and MCP Master Collector merge. I did think that he is somewhere. Where did I see this? Okay, so he didn't post that, but I saw this somewhere, and apparently this is version 0.02. So someone from the team, I believe, but guys, verify, because I cannot find it right now. Verify it. Did post that, in my opinion. So let me see. Maybe it was Veve, or maybe it was the Ecomi channel itself. Maybe it was them itself. By the way, the Ecomi channel also posted about the new video, how to. Was it this one here? No, this is the YouTube. So this is the YouTube link here to the video. People say the audio is shitty. I didn't see it yet. So, and then there's a Veve Master Collector program, there's Jurassic Park. If you have a walkthrough, David Yu, reminder. Yeah, here it is. Sorry guys, it took me a while. So here it is. Reminder: if you're depositing OMI into Veve wallet, you must deposit them to Immutable Layer 2 first. You can find the instructions in the token portal, now available in multiple languages. And then you go to the token portal, and then you end up at the Ecomi Notion site that has and that has this information. So I consider that this is current, because they use the link to this OMI token portal to refer to this. So yeah, here, and by the way, there is like two types of Chinese. There's Korean, Japanese, and so on. So maybe this is also going to be next step, localizations everywhere, right? And it's a huge effort. If you think you have to update this site in the languages, the web app, the normal app, Probably you have to create Twitter presences. You have to come to different trade shows and to the countries. Good morning, Luke, by the way. So yeah, did they say when this is starting? I don't know. I couldn't find any starting date, but probably they will implement this fairly soon, because and not the Veve soon, but really soon, because they can't just announce something again and then take months to implement it. I don't think Mitch won't allow it. Dan O says, interesting. It does look updated, but no blatant advertisement from what I can see. Yeah, I think they don't want that because, yeah, so you see, so it's updated. Again, as I said, it was the Ecomi channel, not Reese, but I think Reese retweeted that or so. I don't know. But here, the official article about the Master Collector program is in this Veve post. So that's this one, and it says here basically, Omi reward tiers is a reward system within the Veve Master Collector program in which collectors will receive a range of in-app rewards, benefits, and perks of their participation. So it's in-app. You don't get to stake your Ecomi on secure wallet and earn Ecomi tokens. That's not how it works. By the way, guys, we have over 20 people in here. Please smash up the like button and get another 20 in here. The more we smash the like, the more people will get in here. So Veve has comprehensively redesigned the loyalty program. If you are new to the Veve Master Collector program, you can start here. And yeah, that's basically a link to another article. But what's really important is Omi Rewards Season 0. So they called it Season 0. It's not even Season 1 because it's basically a preliminary season. Veve is delighted to announce the launch of its first phase rollout of Omi Rewards Season 0, an innovative program designed to reward active Veve collectors who hold Omi tokens in their Veve wallets. This program marks a significant milestone in Veve's commitment to enhancing user engagement, foster loyalty, and introducing token utility within the Veve digital collectible ecosystem. How do Omi reward tiers work? Omi reward tiers often reward and benefits to users who deposit and so on, which can be spent. So the rewards can be spent throughout the app. Those features become available, no date given. Over time, additional features, rewards, and benefits will be added to continue reward token holder and Veve collectors. To be eligible for the Omi reward tiers, users must ensure their Omi tokens are bridged, deposited to layer 2, and transferred to their Veve wallets. Omi tokens held on layer 2, on layer 1, or outside of Veve wallets will not be considered rewards. Learn how to deposit your Omi layer 2 here. Instructions are available in multiple languages and they have uploaded the video, so they should include it here. MCP point rewards in Season 0 will be calculated daily based on number of Ecomi tokens in the user's Veve wallet over the previous 24-hour period. Users will receive daily points corresponding to the proportion of Omi they own relative to the total reward pool. There will be no retrospective calculation of points for Omi currently held in the Veve wallets or outside application, which is good in my opinion, because otherwise people that had millions stored there just because they didn't take it off the app when nothing happened, they would sit on so many MCP points that it would be a distortion, right? Arturo Quintanilla is here. Hello there. Chico Mariga says, if you stake 10 million Omi, can you unstake anytime you want? Yes, it's not really a staking, a lockup. It's just there in the wallet, and while it's there, it generates every 24 hours new MCP points. You can take it off anytime. The only thing where you have to consider some time is that the bridging process probably takes some time until you have it on layer 1 again. For all of you who don't know what's layer 1 and layer 2, layer 1 is the exchanges where your token normally is. The exchanges, your ledger, and anything like that. And then you have layer 2, which is the in-app layer of Veve. It's like another wallet. You have to bridge it via an Ethereum bridge and as an ERC20 token. So yeah, you will have to use that to get to layer 2. And if you have it on layer 2, you cannot send it to any layer 1 wallets directly. You will lose your tokens, or at least you will need support. You will have to bridge it back, and both bridging into and out of will cost you some dollars to do so. It costs gas fees. Yes, you can unstack at any time. It's not really staked. You can just send it in and out as you please. Dan O says, I really want to see something that isn't just getting more MCP points. Ideally, some benefits exclusive to using $OMI. I think if this is still updated, we see that there's way more coming, right? Crypto to gem, OMI to gem, OUP tickets, burn reward points, OMI reward tiers, and so on. OMI to NFT, OMI to accessory, and so on. I think if you are staking some, like, I'll probably send over 1 million OMI tokens for now. It depends also on how deep Ecomi retraces, but if I can, the amount that I get right now on OKX, for example, if I buy another 1 million in total, I'll probably take that and send it to the Veve app, and then I will have some millions to take profit, and I will have some other money to So that's what probably is going to happen from my side. So that is these things. I think I can go jump over the rest here. But yeah, there's one more thing, because I have this thumbnail up, so I need to discuss this. And let's just refresh the site to see how it goes. So we have this guy here, and now it's a little bit less, but we still have this guy here, this wallet. And let me quickly get the chat and myself out of the way. So this guy does not stop buying this whale. There is this Veve whale, and he overtook Dr. Profit a while ago. We discussed this on this channel. Now he is heading to 21,000 collectibles. It's not even, hey, I overtook you, haha, joke's on you. It's just buying outrageous amounts of collectibles. This is only the last 7 days. He bought another 2,500 collectibles. Yesterday it was still on, including the last 7 days from 2 days ago, it was on 2,500 straight. And he just doesn't stop. So the profile of this wallet on the Veve app is Bezogeman. The name is Bezogeman. The wallet is private. And some people were speculating, and I got this information from Mr. V to keep this to have this straight out here. It's a private wallet that has over almost 21,000 collectibles. That is completely silent, apparently, just accumulating. Low-mint collectibles, comics, whatever. So low-priced collectibles, but thousands of them. And so the speculation is that it could be a KYB wallet, like a business wallet, because it doesn't participate at all in the community. It could be a whale that is taking benefit of the low market prices, and that is looking at the turnaround. We will see, because even if all of the collectibles that he has would be $2 comics, right? Then this would be still $42,000 that this guy put in. But it's probably not. It's probably even more. Like, there are also some more valuable collectibles. This is a very big stack. And considering that the rest of the whales is just accumulating like 10, 30, 25, 106, and that's not a few collectibles, right? 106 collectibles in 7 days is also
something, right? And minted collectibles and so on, and almost selling nothing all the whales. But this guy just knocks it out of the park. So yeah, it's really weird. So part of the speculation is this: what is Bezoge? Bezoge man. You Google that, you find anything. Where does this name come from? Um, we could look into. I think we can. There was some guy who somehow could get me the full wallet address here. I don't know how this works. Like, can I somewhere you can expand, right? Shit, I just hit the wrong button. Somewhere you can expand this shit. I need the full wallet address, and yes, then we can look at the whole thing. But I cannot. Oh, there we go. There's the address. I can see the address now, but how do I copy it? I cannot copy it. So there's the address. Shift, right click. Shift, I do the shift right click. I can only sort by or reset with shift right click. Shift right click. Yeah, I don't know why, but that's what I try. But I cannot inspect somehow. This sucks. Maybe any other ideas how I can do it? Or can you just copy it quickly in the chat, Nico? Because I don't know why it doesn't work, but maybe it's because of the Brave browser or something like that, but I cannot, because then we can just go into Mutascan quickly and get this done. Hold on and get it for you. Thank you, man. That is good. While you do that, I will just pull up Immutascan quickly. Immutascan, there we go. There we go. We are on Immutascan already. So here we also see, while Nico's getting that address, that whale wallet address for us, we also see here the improvement, or the coiling up of new addresses in Veve, right? We see here slowly but surely there are a couple of, so here we have a jump of 50 addresses. We have 100, so here it was 600, 3,000. Let's just consider the last digits: 3,120, 114, so trickling down, then jumping up again, the 177, 137, 193, and so on. So we are coiling up here 250. So from down here we gained like 500 new wallets, right? So there, okay, you send it. This must be, okay, this must be a joke, because I can't get it out of the, let me do something right here. I need to go into my own stream, because Streamlabs literally did not, okay. Yeah, I saw you posting it, but it's not in the chat. Why is it not in the chat? Oh my god. Okay, let me do something here. 0x. I'll have to write this up here right now. But let me know in the comments below what you think. Let me know what you think this whale is. I'll have to write, because I cannot even see it in the chat. Probably the chat thinks you are a spammer. But we'll get it done. But let me know who you think this whale is. Do you think it's a business? Is there KYB? Do you think there are businesses on Veve already? Okay, I think I got it. Let me see. Yeah, there we go. Okay, let me get back to to the full screen here. I can post somewhere else. No, it's fine. I think I got it here. So I just typed it out of what I saw. So thanks for posting it, because I typed it from what Streamlabs showed over my head, basically, right? So you posted it, and somehow it did show up in the live action chat. So this is the wallet, and what we see here is 50 minutes ago this guy was buying again. So yeah, we see it here, common comics, left and right. So he also doesn't mint, he just buys. Look at this, the new comic. He doesn't buy only commons, right? So you see here, he also bought uncommons, rares, ultra rares. He's just buying massive stacks of this comic, and then he bought 2 Ultraman posters, and then Strange Tales 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then Tarzan of the Apes and Devil Dinosaur and commons of Daredevil. He's just, look, if I look at this, I would say this guy is a comic vendor. He's just filling up his stacks as a comic vendor. Because look at this. Journey into Mystery uncommon. Journey into Mystery rare. New Avengers uncommon. Fantastic Four. Silver Surfer. By the way, when I read this, I sound like this new TikTok garbage trend. Okay, guys. Yeah, Marvel Premiere. Here is 2 Amazing Spider-Man rares. So these are not $2 comics. Most of them are not. Daredevil uncommon. Amazing Spider-Man ultra rare. The ASM 1. What If common is a low budget one, but let's look at some more. Look at this. Incredible Hulk ultra rare. Incredible Hulk uncommon. Jungle Action, Tales of Suspense, Avengers, then a lot of the Captain America commons, and then again, like he also buys like Disney figures. Then back to the comics, Obi-Wan, Young Avengers, more and more, and that's all. Like these are the buys of the last 2 days. We have to go through thousands of comics here to even know what he has been buying. Inhumans, the common. Ultimate Spider-Man, the common. He's not even sniping, it appears. He's just looking at wherever cheap comics are, wherever comics are under a specific price, probably. Look at this Jungle Action 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Comic book store in Veveverse is coming. Yeah, sure. This guy is just buying everything. Look at this X-Men. Look at this X-Men, where it's only 5,000 editions or so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 20 of these or something like that. What's the next one? Yeah, here, the Hulk. Then 2 days ago he bought the Hulk, the uncommon, the common. Then he bought some of the posters. He doesn't mint, he just buys. He bought a Green Lantern, Alligator Loki. So it's not only comic store, apparently. He bought Snow Globe. He just buys everything. Look, more Jungle Action. He must have like 50, 100, I don't know how. Look at this Jungle Action. Oh my god. He bought a secret rare of the Fantastic Four. So he seems to be just looking what's cheap, what is undervalued maybe, and he just buys it all. This is crazy. The Diabolic Duck Avenger 4. Like he just wants a stack. Dark Avengers 7. Amazing Spider-Man uncommon. This one is, what is this, like 15, 20 bucks? This uncommon. Avengers 47 uncommon and commons, Marvel Premiere. So it's just going on and on and on. We are only in the last 2 days. So this guy is just buying comics. He's just buying comics. Fantastic Four rare. Frog of Thunder. Some tokens that are so old that we do not have the metadata yet. We don't know what he bought there, but probably some older comics, right? Night Nurse. He bought a lot of Night Nurse, uncommons, Uncanny X-Men. And he always buys more Darth Maul, so he seems to have a threshold where he just buys. Maybe he's even using some kind of automation or so for it. Tales to Astonish. He also bought a lot of this. And you have to see that this guy is buying this. He is not selling any, and he did not move the market significantly yet because people did not realize what's happening. This is the definition. You know these videos like when the whale mouth just goes up and fish is jumping in, and then after a while it's just closing and going away. That's what he's doing. He's just here and there scooping up 5, 10, 20, 30. He's just buying everything. DuckTales. Look at this. Duck Avengers. And then X-Men comics. He's not minting anything. He just buys. Ultimate Fantastic Four, he must have like 100 of these or so. And it just continues wherever you go. It's like mostly commons, uncommons, some rares, but even some secret rares. The Vengeance comic, right? He just, look at this. How many Obi-Wan does he have, right? How many of these comics does he own? Does he know something that we don't? Or is he just following a strategy where he says, yo, these comics are the easiest to double? Is he going to manipulate the market? Is he going to play the market? Is he going to buy just so much that he is starting to create FOMO in the place, where he then just sells it into, like, when he manages to lift every comic to like $10 and then just slowly sells into the $10, 5xing his money. It could be very well. And by the way, the timing is also very interesting on this, right? So he comes in right at the time when Veveverse comes out, and Veve is starting to deliver, and the Omi token is getting in. Like, he buys even Squirrel Girl and everything. It's like really, really crazy. Is it good to have one who owns so many or not? It's definitely good right now in the bear market, but you have to be careful once this guy is loading off. But probably he's looking at the NFT bull run, and then he's just going to slowly sell into the hype, and then people will buy. I can already promise you that people will buy these comics at $10, $15 or $20 because they are so scarce, right? A lot of these comics that he buys are only 4,500 editions on the common. So they are Wise Grouch says they were the cheapest in the market, under 2 gems. His buy reflects the Veve chart data for whatever is cheap. Yes, that's true, but he also bought some things that are like 100 gems. So the secret rare that he bought was 80 gems or so. And he has, he buys commons, uncommons, he buys rares. You see that here, for example, this House of M is a rare. That's a rare, and this rare is like 10 gems or so, I guess, or 11 or 12. Maybe he has like a benchmark where whenever a rare is falling under that, he buys, and whenever an uncommon is falling under, let's say, 3 gems, he buys, and whenever a common is falling under 2 gems, he buys. But additionally, there are some rares and some commons that definitely were not under 2 gems. So he must have this in place for the different comic types with a purchase, or he just decides, hey, look, this looks cheap, I buy some of this, right? So yeah, if we can go on and on and on. We are 3 days. This is like all of what we have seen is from the last 3 days. So he will really have the 2,500 collectibles that he was purchasing. Yeah, he bought Powers of X. So it's not even the scarce one. He also buys just the ones that are out. So he buys everything. He buys everything. It's crazy. Stacks cheap and collects what he loves. Maybe. Maybe he is a big comic collector. We don't know. Um, but definitely we can look at this and see there is someone strategizing in the, because you see he does not pivot, right? He buys a couple of things on the side in the collectible space, but mostly he's into comics, and he does not deviate from his strategy. So there, for example, I am the perfect example for deviate. Oh, look at this! Now we reach the collectibles. Mickey Mouse lenticular cards. Let's begin. He bought Thor, couple of common and uncommon Thors. So also the collectibles, apparently he stacked some. Yeah. So who is Bezojman? We don't know. We don't know. But he is stacking as hell, and this is all without metadata, right? These tokens here. We don't know. We don't. Oh, there it is. Sorry, it was just not loading. But some of them are without metadata. It's just continuing. But anyways, guys, before I get lost in what this whale is doing, I'll end the stream here. And guys, please smash up the like button if you haven't yet. Yeah, imagine he is watching right now. It's like, shit, they got me. I need to buy more before it stops being cheap. But yeah. So, guys, smash up the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications. That's the most important thing if you want to never miss out on a crypto morning coffee. We're in exciting times. It's absolutely going crazy right now. We'll be here tomorrow also to talk about the newest developments in Omi, Veve, crypto, Bitcoin, economy, and everything. And yeah, guys, I can only say it was a lot of fun. And wherever you are on the world, have yourselves a great morning, evening, day, night, or afternoon.